Anna, let's just start with a few words about you, what you do, where you are, just a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I am 41 years old. I have a family.
Woo!
I've been an entrepreneur for only 2 years, or actually not even 2 years. I worked in business all my life until now, until recently. I live in Haarlem in the Netherlands with my husband, just got
Mm,
married last month, and
yay!
I,
So good.
and our three young children. So they're 4, 5, and 4, 6, and 7. So
Hmm.
have a
Oh, wow.
busy, fun life.
Do you know what? I can't see my face. Right. Give me a
There's
second.
some beans.
Let me see if I can make this better. Yay, look at that. Look at that. Now I can see my face. Okay, perfect. So, Anna, Netherlands. So
Yes.
beautiful. And congratulations on getting married, just getting married, literally. I've been trying to catch Anna for past few months and she was like, I have a wedding. I have a wedding. Okay, I don't have a wedding anymore. So let's interview you, Anna. Okay, so Anna, tell us what was happening in your life, in your results just before you joined us and what inspired you to join Thinking into Results?
So as I mentioned, I became an entrepreneur, I think 18 months ago.
Mhm.
And I thought I was gonna, make it. I had big plans. I am a leadership coach,
Yeah.
and I was making a lot of money actually before I joined, like in my old job.
Mhm.
And taking the path of entrepreneurship, of course, is very different. And I was very confident actually to start out with, but when I started, I realized that I find it so difficult to sell. I have this
Mm.
great, I could really help people. I'd been a leader, or I'd been a leader myself for many, many years, and I helped other leaders as well. I've done a lot of coaching and consulting previously. But then selling myself was very difficult for me. And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
giving discounts to everybody. You know,
Oh, yeah,
I
I
was
can
just
totally
like
relate.
discount.
I can totally relate to that. Yeah.
I would even, somebody who I had coached for free, like I had this great program to start out with for entrepreneurs. It was for free, but they had to pay deposit so that, and they would get it back after. Anyway, worked out really well. And then some of them wanted to continue coaching with me. And I would say, okay, normally I cost this, but for you, I'll give you 50% or 35% discount to start out with.
Oh,
Why was I
God.
doing
Wow.
that?
Wow. That is so
So,
interesting.
mhm.
And listen, and what motivated you to join us with all of that going on?
Yeah, so I realized I was avoiding a few things,
Mhm.
and I was procrastinating on some things, which of course has to do
Mhm.
everything avoiding. I was learning more and more and getting more degrees and all of that. Um, and then in January, I did your workshop or the
Yeah.
master class, and it just resonated with me so deeply. And the fun fact is, actually, the coaching I do is all about, it's a lot of neuroscience. It's
Yeah.
about saboteurs in our brain and how we have our strength, but also we listen to our saboteurs a lot. So it was very close to what you're teaching, but it was a different way. And it really, and I just knew, and I'm somebody, I just follow my gut feel. And I just
Yeah.
knew, yes, I need to do this.
Mhm.
So I made the decision immediately, but I did know that I was taking on heaps and heaps of other things already, doing courses and still doing certifications. So I knew now was not the time. So I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember, Eva,
Mhm.
I felt now it's winter, it's January, I'm swamped. I want to start on the first day of spring. And that's what I told you.
Yeah, and I can imagine what I said back. Are you kidding me?
No, you didn't. You said
I
it.
didn't. Oh, I am. Oh no. Oh, okay, I
But
was
the good
not.
thing is, if you had pressured me, or pressured, if you wouldn't have pressured me,
Yeah.
but if I had felt it was too much, I wouldn't have
Mhm.
probably would have said no. And I knew
Yeah.
maybe that's why you didn't say anything back. I was just sure I want to do
Yeah.
this, and I'm going to start on the first day of spring.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of things that I was working on at the same time, because I've been an entrepreneur for a year and a half. But in addition to that, I've also been building my house, building other streams of income, actually without really realizing it during this whole process. So my income is structure, I'll tell you about that later, but it's very different than it was a year and a half ago. And I was just so busy, and I needed to finish a few things, and then I had time and I had space. Actually, it was about space, not about time. Mental space.
Okay. And so Anna, actually, I'm actually curious, what did you do in your full-time job before you became an entrepreneur?
So I've been a management consultant for many years at a big consultancy firm, worked my ass off. And after that, so when I was pregnant with my first, I thought I need to do something different, at least work fewer hours. So I took a 40-hour job, which I thought is a major like improvement on the 60 hours I was working before. And I worked at a big e-payments company as a manager of the product department. So it was
so you were in your leadership role everywhere. You just didn't have to sell anything. But definitely not yourself. Okay, got it. Your own services. Okay, so Anna, what are your biggest wins?
My biggest wins.
What's changed since you joined us at the start of spring?
Are we talking financial wins?
Everything. Yeah. Everything. Let's start with those business, financial, and then let's go into personal, because I'm sure there's all of it.
They're connected completely. My biggest financial win is that quite recently I sold a program of more than 40K. And that is something that I really, with my discount attitude, would never have done before.
Yeah.
And I did it with your help and with Ivona's help, my accountability coach, who is fantastic. And just, the delivery of that offer to my client and getting a yes within like next day. I delivered it on Friday evening, and on Monday morning, I got a yes.
Yes, I love it.
But the thing is, I knew I had a great offer, and I knew I had exactly what they needed. I could help them.
Yeah.
And it was me fighting against my saboteurs, wanting to, it's too much. I need to, But then every time I started calculating again, and I knew, and with the help and all the lessons I had learned, I knew it was a great offer. And they found it was a great offer as well.
So good. I don't know if you're open to share, but what were you on before you started your business, or before you started TIR? Did you have any specific like ceiling per month? Or?
Okay, so I had a financial buffer when I started. I had a great job before I started the program, so I didn't feel the urgency of making a lot of money immediately. But that was, of course, my excuse. I 28,000 euros
per year.
21, yes, the entire year.
Okay. That was in your business?
Yes, in my business. Yes, in my business.
And so you basically doubled your annual income in one transaction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. But so I did your workshop in January, and I was making an offer for a client I had, I think it was February. So the first offer I made was, I think, 16K, which was also almost my annual income I made before. And that was because I learned so much from the masterclass, and I knew also I had a great offer, and I was going to do it. By the way, I was going to partner with somebody else, and he had to make money as well. So that was easier for me to keep myself accountable. So I made my annual income I think it was in March, just like a week when I was into your program, a week after. I think I celebrated that I hit the mark of my annual income the year before.
Hold on, you made annual, am I getting this correctly? You made an annual previous year's income in 1 week?
Well,
or 2 months?
Well, within 1 week of beginning your program. So I started I started end of March, and I had already, but I was inspired by you in January. So yeah.
Oh, good. So good. That's crazy.
Yeah,
okay, I didn't know that.
Continuing, and so my the thing is that I have made so many offers already in the past months, and every time I felt the urge to like give a discount because it was a prior client, or it was, I thought if the client, I spend so much money on my personal, or I don't spend my money, I just don't throw it out. I invest in myself. And I want my clients to invest in themselves.
Mm.
So if they're not willing, I have a client currently, I'm waiting for her answer to an offer. I made a great offer. I think I made a really wonderful offer. And she says, I need to think about it. And I thought, that is a great answer. If she would just take it because it was a bargain, then I would have trouble again because she wasn't really committed. And now I know that if she's going to go for it, she's committed. And if not, then she's not my client for now, which is absolutely fine.
Oh my God, look at your mindset.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love
Mhm.
it. Congratulations, Anna. It literally, like, what you're saying is showing your transformation. It's so beautiful. So tell me, what else happened? And you can share anything, professional, personal,
Well,
whatever.
I
Uh,
think so.
yeah.
A few things happened. So of course I got married, but that I told you that.
Yeah.
I'm just still so excited about it.
Love it.
And for the people watching, I've known this man for 10 years. We have 3 children together. So in that sense, it wasn't something new, but it's just so, it was something fun,
Yeah.
celebrating our love. So and spending a lot of money. It's something that I maybe previously wouldn't have done because I would felt like I was holding, how can I spend all this money? I would feel guilty about it. And
Mm.
now we have like a great DJ and a saxophonist, and we had a great oyster bar and a wonderful cocktail bar. And, we just did it exactly like we wanted to do it. So that's definitely.
Brilliant. I love it.
Um, Another thing is that I decided to partner with somebody else in my coaching business because there are some things that I don't enjoy as much, but I knew that. So the partnership is working out really, really well.
Brilliant.
So that's wonderful. And that's, again, a choice I made really following my gut feel.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have more time to start a new business, which is something that I'm also super, super excited about.
Love it.
Another win is that since August, so we have this house we've been, spending a lot of time and love and money in because it's an old house from 1870. And we made a new build next to it, which we're now renting out as an apartment, which of course is a great, great stream of income for us. And it cost us years to get it done.
Effort. Yes.
Absolutely. So these are great wins and things that are happening. But there was something that I thought about that I wanted to say. Sorry, I keep on going. Just really excited.
I'm the same. Listen, it's like so challenging to actually remember everything. But I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions and then maybe it will come back. So this is like all professional. Now we know that in order to make such a big jump, like you literally made full annual income of your previous year in the business in 1 week of starting the program. We know that in order to make such a transition, you change inside. So there's transformation inside. What would you say is your biggest transformation as a person?
It is doing the uncomfortable, getting comfortable with doing the uncomfortable.
That's so powerful.
That's what I think is the most important. And knowing that doing the things that are uncomfortable, but really following my gut feel and really following like my inner leader, to talk in coaching terms, is, if it works out, it's wonderful. It's a great celebration. And if it doesn't work out, then there's still so much to learn and so much to be grateful for. It just changed my whole view on how, first I was afraid of failure. That was my biggest fear. Fail. And now I use the word experiment for everything I do.
Oh, I love this. There is no failures, right?
Absolutely.
I love Bob Proctor's definition on failure. He says that failure is not when you don't get what you want at the time you want. Failure is when you stop trying, right?
Absolutely.
And I go by that definition as well. Love it. So good.
I love that too.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
And okay, I wanna really ask you about this moment where you were making decision. What so we know a little bit about it, but I'm just wondering, was there anything in your mind trying to pull you away from doing it? And what did you do in order to still make the right decision?
Yeah. So what was pulling me away from it was actually my own, like my restless saboteur.
Yeah.
That I, I've been continuing on doing new things and spending money on, as I mentioned. And I thought, is this again going to be like an impulse investment because I am impulsive? I'm an emotional decision maker.
Yeah.
Is this again an impulse? And so I said yes immediately, but I did really go inside for a minute. I did ask so for some people this may sound very ridiculous, but I knew the answer was in me, and the answer was that I wanted to do this. It was going to help me, but also that it was not now. It was going to be in spring. So I was never looking forward to something as much as now because I really wanted to start. And that's something that, like, I think you should always pay attention, not listen to, but pay attention to the background voice you hear, because like a saboteur voice is not so much the voice you should listen to, but you should listen to the signal. What is it that this saboteur is telling you that maybe you are afraid of? And I was afraid that I was jumping into something again, spending a lot of money on something again without like really utilizing it fully.
Yeah.
And by really listening to that, I knew that how I needed to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. I love how you went inwards and you ask yourself, like, really, this is what I'm doing to help our participants to make a decision is really ask yourself, do you feel that we can help you? Because if you feel that we can help you reach your goal, that's your non-saboteur or your intuition, which is always right, telling you do it. And there is a way for you to do it.
Yes.
And so Anna, what would you say? There's quite a lot of participants watching us, and tomorrow we're finishing our special offer. No pressure.
Yeah, you made me aware.
No pressure. It's just me and you, Anna. But tomorrow we are finishing our special offer, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of participants who right now they feel like we can help them, but then there is that saboteur trying to tell them, hey, maybe I'm going to spend money again and not use it, or maybe something. What would you say to them?
Well, as a coach and as a participant, I would say, first of all, go inward. That is where you find the answer. And the best way to do that and to activate that part of your brain is to do some sensory exercises. So for instance, go outside, fill your lungs, listen to the leaves in the trees, just focus and use all your senses. And that's when you have this area, your prefrontal cortex, activated, and not your saboteur brain, where all those voices come from. So that's where you want to listen to. You want to listen to your inner voice, and that really helps if you take some time outside or wherever where you can find peace and go inside.
I love it. So actually, guys, if you would love some support with making the decision coming from the intuition versus the saboteur or the paradigm, we did a beautiful session yesterday with Bree. Bree is a healer and a coach, and she did lovely exercise, actually, how to go inside your body and how to visualize a couple of different ways of making decisions. So this is actually a good one to check as well, to switch off the busy mind and go into what's actually right for you. And that should help you as well. So look, guys, if this resonates with you, I deeply believe that Anna and I are just ordinary women who learned extraordinary tools and we created extraordinary results. But if we can do it, you can do it. And if you already feel that we can support you in achieving your goal, all you do is click the link, join us, and let yourself be supported, because someone has figured it out. You don't have to go through all the sweat of figuring this out. How do I start charging the right rates? Someone knows how to teach you. Someone knows how to teach you all the habits and all the mindset of successful 6-7 figure entrepreneur. And you literally just join us, show up 100%, follow instructions. That's it. And you literally cannot fail. So if this resonates with you, if you're ready to go for your goal, make sure you click the link and join us. Our special offer is on until tomorrow. Now, Anna, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. This has
Thank
been
you, Eva.
so good that you made it. I'm really delighted and wishing you all the best. Can't wait to keep watching your successes.
Thank you so much.
So Anna, wait for a second. I'm gonna just stop the recording.